of बोले गणपति भगवान की जय। भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्री बाल कृष्ण लाल की जय। ओम श्री गुरुदेवेभ्यो नमः। शिवतनय वरिष्ठं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुकमलहस्तं शोभितं मोदकेन। अरुण कुसुममाला व्याललम्बोदरन्तं मम हृदय निवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नारायणी नमोस्तुते। वन्दे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वन्दे जगत्कारणं वन्दे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वन्दे पशूनां पतिं वन्दे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं वन्दे मुकुन्दप्रियं वन्दे भक्तजनाश्रयञ्जवरदं वन्दे शिवं शङ्करम्। श्रीगुरुचरणसरोजरज निजमन मुकुर सुधार बरनो रघुबर विमल जसु जोदायक फलचारी। बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु मुहि हरहु क्लेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर, जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर। रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा, अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी, कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी। कंचन बरन विराज सुवेशा, कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा। हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे, कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे। शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन, तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर, राम काज करिबे को आतुर। प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा, विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा। भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे। लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए। रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बड़ाई, तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभाई। सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे। सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित अहिसा। यम कुबेर दिगपाल जहाते, कवि कोविद कहि सके कहाते। तुम उपकार सुग्रीवहि कीन्हा, राम मिलाए राजपद दीन्हा। तुम्हरो मंद विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना। युग सहस्त्र योजन पर भानु, लीलो ताहि मधुर बल जानु। प्रभु मुद्रिका मेलि मुख माहि, जल्दी लागी गए अचरज नाहि। दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते। राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न क्या बिन पैसारे। सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज संभालो आपे, तीनों लोक हाथ टेकापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासै रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा। संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, तुम साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, तासु अमृत जीवन फल पावे। चारों युग परताप तुम्हारा, है पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित न डरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करहि। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीर। बोलो जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई। जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, झूठ ही बंधी महासुख हो। जो यह पर हनुमान चालीसा, होय सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा। की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा। पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप। बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की जय हो। सियाभज रामचंद्र की जय। This evening, my friends, before we start, I'd like to ask Bhumika to do her bhajan. We'll have two bhajans this evening, one by Bhumika and one by Shavi. And after Bhumika's bhajan, we will continue with Shavi's bhajan. And then I will take from there. So nice to see all of you online and on this beautiful day in Brampton, where it's cloudy and rained a lot. And it's going to be a beautiful evening in Satsangh with us at Bhavani Shankar Mandir. Live, by the way, from your home, Bhavani Shankar Mandir. I will provide you some updates as well with what's going on. Bhagwan's blessings. Bhumika.
प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। रात समय उत्कर में ध्याहु, रात समय उत्कर में ध्याहु। सुमिरत नाम तिहारो तिहारो। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। गजकर्ण कहावे, एक दंत गजकर्ण कहावे। रिद्धि सिद्धि के वंदन तुझको हे परमेश्वर, वंदन तुझको हे परमेश्वर, पूरन काम हमारो हमारो। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति, प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। सब देवों में पहले पूजा, सब देवों में पहले पूजा। महादेव भी आए दूजा, महादेव भी आए दूजा। लंबोदर हाथ में मोदक, लंबोदर हाथ में मोदक। मूषक पर पधारो पधारो। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति, प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति। रात समय उत्कर में ध्याओ, रात समय उत्कर में ध्याओ। सुमिरत नाम तिहारो तिहारो। प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति, प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति, प्रथम नमो गिरिजासुत गणपति।
बोले गणपति भगवान की जय हो. One of the children of our temple, her name is Shavi. She will do a bhajan now to Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And then after this bhajan, we will continue with Shanti Satsangh on this very beautiful evening here in Brampton. And I hope you have had a very beautiful day as well. See you after this bhajan.
जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। मम वदन स्वीकार करो प्रभु, चरण शरण हम आए तुम्हारे। जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाल जय जय श्री राधे गोविंद। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, श्री राधे गोविंद। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, श्री राधे गोविंद। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, श्री राधे गोविंद। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंद, मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, श्री राधे गोविंद। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। मोर में कुत सिर घन बन माल, केशव तिल तिल गावे, केशव तिल तिल गावे। मोर में कुत सिर घन बन माल, केशव तिल तिल गावे, केशव तिल तिल गावे। हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंद मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। यमुना किनारे धेन चरावे माधव मदन मुरारे, माधव मदन मुरारे। यमुना किनारे धेन चरावे माधव मदन मुरारे, माधव मदन मुरारे। मधुर मुरलिया जवे भजावे हरले सुध बुध सारे, मधुर मुरलिया जवे भजावे हरले सुध बुध सारे, ओ हरले सुध बुध सारे। श्री राधे गोविंद मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंद मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है, नंदलाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंद मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। श्री राधे गोविंद मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है, मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है।
बोले मापति महादेव की जय. On behalf of Bhavani Shankar Mandir, we'd like to welcome all of you to this program today again. And on behalf of our volunteers, our Pandajis, our executives, everybody, we welcome you. Swagatam to our temple and to our Shanti Satsangh program. It has been a very busy day in our temple here, as you know. We have this week started some major repairs in the temple because of the recent events. And today pretty much was the day when we ripped out the carpet. Most of it is gone, and we're making preparations tomorrow to bring in some machinery and so. When, in Canada, I know many people in Guyana-Hunting usually ask if there is a flood, why not just drain out the water? It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. We have to go through certain protocols to make sure that there is no long-term, because although we can drain out the water and things like that, which we have done, there could be long-term issues like mold and sickness and so on. So we're going full out to get rid of all the carpet, new paint in the building, ripping out the dry walls, repairs and all that. So a lot of work is happening here, and it is a very busy time. But I'm so thankful for your love and support that that you have poured in and given to us. With encouragement, of course, we will get this through. And it is going to be obviously, a little messy for the little bit, but that's expected. We must, pave the way for new things to come. Of course, we're working to get a fresh painting of the temple and to let it look, fresh and nice. But I'll tell you about that later. Very beautiful day here. I hope all of you are having a nice time. And we are now going to, of course, give you our darshan of Bhagwan Shiva today. He, of course, is Trishuladhari, the Lord who bears the trident or the Trishul, right? I want you to use as much Hindu word as possible, because our dharma, these words, they have no replacement, they have no translation. So Trishul is the trident. We'll talk about it today. But for now, the Lord in his beautiful form as Trishuladhari, the Lord of the Shulam, the Trishula. Let's go. Bolyo Mahapadi Mahadeva ki jai. Om Tasmai Namappa Paramakaranakaranaya Dipto Jwalajwalita Pingalalochanaya नागेन्द्रहार कृतकुण्डलभूषणाय ब्रह्मेन्द्र विष्णुवरदाय नमः शिवाय। ॐ 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 नमः शिवाय। बोले उमापति महादेव की जय। That is the beautiful darshan of Bhagwan Shiv as the one who is known as Trishuladhari. Trishuladhari. Bhagwan Shiv, the only one who you see with the shulam, Trishula. You see Bhagwan, of course, Ramji with Dhanush Dhari, Bhagwan Ram, right? And in some cases, the other devtas as well, they use their own bow. But Shivji and Parvati Mata are the only two you will see with, or Durga Ma are the only two you will see with the Trishul. What is the meaning of the Trishul, my friends? Trishula. Tri. The word Tri, because you know Sanskrit is the mother of all languages. Sanskrit is Matrubhasha. Sanskrit, Matrubhasha. It means the mother of all languages. Sanskrit is also called Dev Bhasha. Sanskrit is also called Dev Bhasha, which means it is the language of the Devtas. And because it is the language of the Devtas, we recite mantras in Sanskrit. Right? And that is why we always say, I always say to all young Pandits who want to learn the Panditai work, there are a few requirements for you to be a Pandit. Very few requirements, right? Main requirements. First and foremost, commitment, discipline. Not to look like a Pandit, but to live like a Pandit. Very, very important. You must live, your lifestyle must reflect that of a priest. It means you have to be, you have to be like-minded, you have to have a certain behavior. You cannot possess, these qualities that we talk against. Your behavior, your life is very important. The priesthood, it is not a weekend job. If I be a Pandit on a weekend, then that doesn't work, because the sadhana, the practices and everything that we do, it has to, incorporate with your lifestyle. So, lifestyle. Then the second, dress. You must dress like a Pandit. It means, my friends, that there are certain ways, everything that we wear and how we wear it is very important. Loose clothing is very important. The quality of the clothing, of the clothing is very important. How you wear it is very important. The style that you tie your dhoti, it has a meaning. So dressing has a way to be a Pandit, right? And if you don't think so, then I will ask you then. Then if dressing is not okay, then is it okay for, a guy to come with jeans and sit with t-shirt and, and be a Pandit, maybe cut off jeans and things like that, right? So the dressing is very important, and there's a science behind it. I'm not here to talk about that today. but there is a science behind the way we dress. There is a reason why the Panditji wear a shawl and they wear it a certain way. There's a reason why sometimes we wear a short sleeve and sometimes we wear a long sleeve. There's a reason why the dhoti is tied in a certain way. Dressing is important, very important. Colors are very important in the priesthood. Then what is it that a Pandit must do as well? My friends, a Pandit must be able to read and speak the language. And when I say read and speak, I'm talking about Deva Bhasha or Matru Bhasha. Deva Bhasha is the Sanskrit language, and Matru Bhasha is the language of all languages. It is important. Why? Because Sanskrit is a language that was created so that when it is recited, it gives a certain sound. Sanskrit was not created for you to understand the meaning, although it has certain meaning. But it is created for you to understand certain sounds, right? That is why the Sanskrit mantras for a funeral, they are very different than the Sanskrit mantras for a wedding, right? And the Sanskrit mantras for a wedding are very different from the Sanskrit mantras for Upanayan Sanskar. And it's very different from the Shiva worship and so on. Why? Because the sound has to be very different. When you chant the Sanskrit mantras at a funeral, the sound must bring a pleasing impact and effect to those who are grieving. When you chant the mantras at a wedding, it must be a celebratory chanting, right? The sound of the mantra has to bring some sweetness to your ears. Then when you're doing a Krishna Bhagwan puja, the mantras have to sound a certain way so you match Krishna Bhagwan, right? And then when you do Shivji puja, the mantras are written Namo Bhagavate Rudrayam Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ishave Namaha Namaste Attudanyane Bahubhyam Utate Namaha. Very powerful, strong Sanskrit words. Why? Because the Shakti or the energy has to come out of Shivji and you have to carry them. So the song, the language is very, very important, extremely important. For example, if you're praying to Ma Saraswati, you cannot use the same Sanskrit chantings as you use for Durga, because Durga is a very vibrant energy. Durga Jata Veda se Sunuvama Soma Marati Yato Nidahati Vedaha Sannaha Parashadati Durgani Vishwana Deva Sindhum Duri. You know, powerful. When Saraswati Mata Ya Kundendu Tushar Har Dhavala, she's a very peaceful energy, right? So the mantras, the language is very important. Anyone tell you that Panditji, as to be a Pandit, you don't have to learn all that stuff as long as you have a good heart? I'm sorry. That is not it. And that is why any of my young Pandit, that I've seen, I've always encouraged them to do a couple things. Carry yourself like a Panditji. First, carry yourself like a Panditji. Behave like a Pandit, right? How do you carry yourself like a Pandit? You have to look like a Pandit. You have to carry yourself like a Pandit. You cannot make jokes like every other person out there. You got to carry yourself the right way, right? Then you have to possess the right things as a Pandit. You have to look like a Pandit, speak like a Pandit, and more so, you have to know the language. Sanskrit Bhasha is called Matru Bhasha, of all the languages, my friends. So that is essentially why we chant mantras in Sanskrit, because it has an impact. It has an impact in people's lives. Now what happens? In the Sanskrit language, because it is the mother of all language, you will notice similarities. So the word tri, right? The word tri, or let's go by numbers, right? Dve, or that means two, like dwij, twice, right? Dwa means twice. Tri, right? Teen in Hindi, tri, in Sanskrit means tree. So tri, you have the trishul. Tri, trishul, right? Tree. Trigunas, the three gunas. Tripurari, Tripurari, the one who is the master of the three cities. Tri Netra, Shivji is all about Trinetra, the three eyes. Tripunda, Tripunda, the three marks on his forehead. Shivji, the number 3, closely associated with him. And what happens, my friends? Because this, Tri related to Sanskrit, is Sanskrit, translates to English, is a very important number, the Trishul. The Trishul, my friends, is the weapon of time. It is a symbol of time. When one has attained Trishul, right? The Trishul, not everybody could hold it. Bhagwan Shiva's Trishul, if you watch, of course, Thor. Have you ever watched Thor, the movie? If you're a fan of Marvel, Thor carries a hammer. And only Thor can hold his hammer. Only Thor can hold his hammer. Until later on in the movies, who end up holding it? Captain America. But Thor can only hold his hammer. He only can bear the weight of it, can bear the pressure of that hammer. Similarly, where did that come from? That came from Shivji. The Trishul of Shivji can only be lifted by Shivji, can only be held by Shivji, it can only be moved by Shivji and Parvati Mata. There was one instant where Bhagwan Shiva was having discussion. He had his Trishul. And he was walking, and my friends, there was a bit of activity, and he placed his Trishul down like this. He placed his Trishul down like this on the earth. And he walked away. And when his ganas, his followers, saw him, when his followers saw him that he put the Trishul in the ground, they, of course, wanted to go move it. And so they tried and move. Nobody could touch it. But Ma Sati went and she moved the Trishul. It is the weapon of time. It is a symbol of time. Trishula. When one holds the Trishula, they have conquered, my friends. They have conquered what we call time. They have conquered Kala. They have conquered fear, they have conquered the death, and they have conquered time. Right? When the Trishul. Bhagwan Shiva holding the Trishul symbolizes the Lord of time. The Lord of the past, the Lord of the present, the Lord of the future. Bhagwan Shiva, when he holds the Trishul, he tells us, my friends, that he commands time. When we, my friends, are fear of time, we are afraid of time, Shivji Bhagwan, my friends, commands time. He seizes time, he freezes time, and he allows time to go, my friends. This is Shivji Bhagwan. Trishula Dhari, the Lord who is controller of time. Trishula is, of course, a weapon as well. The greatest of all the weapons that the Devatas can possess. Trishul, my friends, is that weapon. And that is why Shivji Bhagwan, who is the Lord of weapons, Shivji Bhagwan, who is the Lord of weapons, possessed the Trishul, the greatest of all. Because, my friends, when we want weapons of life, we go to Shivji Bhagwan. We go to Shivji Bhagwan, and I'm not talking about a destructive weapon, a tool that you use to hurt someone physically. I'm talking about, my friends, the weapons that we need to deal with our internal challenges. Shivji Bhagwan is the Lord who possesses that ability to bless us with those kind of weapons. For that, my friends, he is called Trishuladhari, and for that reason, the Lord is marked with the Trishul. The Trishul, as my friends, is a symbol of approval as well. You know, when Tulsidas had written the Ramayana, he wrote the Ramayana. The Ramcharitmanas, he pretty much took Valmiki's Ramayana. He took the Sanskrit version, Valmiki Ramayana, and what did he do? He made a simpler version of it. Because people hardly knew Sanskrit in those times and even to today. A lot of people don't know Sanskrit. Majority of people don't know Sanskrit. As a matter of fact, many priests don't know Sanskrit. Right. But that's a whole different story. It's a pure language, but takes time to learn. So Valmiki ji wrote the Ramayana, Tulsidas ji wrote the Ramayana in a very simple language called Avadi. Like the one that we read today. That's Tulsidas Ramayana, which most people know. Mangala Bhavan Amangala Hari, Dravau Sudashrat Achat Bihari, Bina Satsangh Vivekana Hoi, Ram Kripa Binu Sulabhana Soi, and so on and so forth. Satya Barabar Tapanahi, Jhoot Barabar Pap, all these kind of things are written in Tulsidas Ramayana. Very simple, very popular. When Tulsidas ji write the Ramayana though, all the scholars, the teachers, they, my friends, they were so upset with Tulsidas because who are you to go break down this complex book called Valmiki Ramayana into something very simple? And they all were so upset with Tulsidas. And what happened? Tulsidas ji says, no problem. He had the manuscript. Tulsidas ji said, no problem. If Shivji Bhagwan approves of this Ramayana, then I will circulate it. But if Shivji Bhagwan doesn't approve of it, then, of course, what will I do? I will destroy it. I will destroy it. And so what happens, my friends? He took the Ramcharitmanas. I'm telling you this, I'm getting goosebumps. He took it to Varanasi, where he partially wrote the Ramayana. He took it to Vishweshwar Bhagwan temple, the Shivji temple, Kashi Vishwanath temple, which when you go there, it's a very reverberating experience. And he placed the book in the temple. And what did he sing? He Mahadev mere laaj rahe, Sari gama gama je sa. He Mahadev mere laaj rahe, He Mahadev mere laaj rahe, mere laaj rahe, Tera raaj rahe, He Mahadev mere laaj rahe, He Mahadev mere laaj rahe, mere laaj rahe, Tera raaj rahe, He Mahadev mere laaj rahe, He Mahadev mere laaj rahe. Very, very beautiful song. So he took the Ramayana there and he created this song. He Mahadev mere laaj rahe. Hey Mahadev, please come Mahadev. You're the greatest devotee of Ram. Ramji Bhagwan as well is your Ishtadev, and you are the Ishtadev of Ram Bhagwan. If you approve of this Ramayana, Shivji, if you approve of this Ramayana, please come and sign it, autograph it for me. Why did he ask Shivji Bhagwan to come autograph his Ramayana? Right? Why did he ask Shivji to do that? Because Shivji, Tulsidas ji, my friends, before the first verse, Sanskrit verse of Ramayana, you know what the first verse of Ramayana? You know what the first verse of Ramayana? Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasya Rupino Yabhyam Binana Pashyanti Siddha Swanta Sthamishwaram. That's the first verse of Ramayana. Tulsidas was going to write about Ram Bhagwan. Couldn't he have wrote Rama Rama Raghunandana Rama Rama Shri Rama Ram? He could have. But he bows to Shivan Parvati first. Tulsidas ji bows to Shivan Parvati first and saw their blessings. Why? Because if you cannot win the confidence of Shivji and Parvati Mata, then you cannot win, my friends, Ram Bhagwan. Shankara bhajana binanar bhagati na pavai mor. If you cannot have devotion to Shivan Parvati, forget about pray to Ram, forget about pray to Krishna, forget pray to Vishnu Bhagwan. Forget about prayers, my friends. Forget about it. You will never win their confidence if you don't have devotion to Shivji. So, Tulsidas ji, Hey Mahadev mere laaj rahe, Hey Mahadev, come and protect my dignity. protect my dignity. Zahar kant mein, naag gale mein, aag nayan mein, फिर भी अमृत तुम्ही लुटा के इस त्रिभुवन में. आज भक्त पर वीर परी है, उनको कई निभाज रहे. हे महादेव मेरे लाज रहे. Hey Mahadev, he prayed. Zahar kant mein. Oh Mahadev, Tulsidas ji was praying. And while the Ramayana was in the temple, all the saints were outside, the scholars, and Tulsidas ji was outside of the temple, and he put the Ramayana inside, and he says, Mahadev, please come. Oh Mahadev, Zahar kant mein, naga gale mein, aag nayan mein. Oh Mahadev, who possessed the blue neck, who has snakes around his neck, aag nayan mein, who has fiery eyes. Please leave Kailash and come and autograph this Ramayana and show the world that my intent is pure. My friends, people misunderstand our intent so many times. So many times. But if you're doing good, my friends, and people misunderstand you, guess what you have to do? Continue to do good. Continue to do good. And that is why today we did not take any sponsors, because I'm so happy and so blissed out. I'm like intoxicated with bliss through my sadhana. And I want to dedicate this evening, my friends. In troubling times, I want to dedicate this evening to the volunteers of this temple. You don't know the power of the volunteers of Bhavani Shankar Mandir. They move mountains. They move mountains. And I want to let all of them know that I love them and I care about them. And I care about every time they come here and leave their families, spend endless amount of hours here. I care about them. And today I dedicate this night to them because they're truly the heroes that can make things go on here. We don't pay for anything, my friends. We don't. Of course, this you have to, pay for through contractors and whatever, but maintenance and so we don't. Going back to the Katha, Tulsidas ji says, Prabhu, I am a servant of yours, and if you don't authorize this Ramayana or autograph it, Prabhu, who is going to read it? Who is going to read it? Hey Mahadev, फिर भी अमृत तुम्ही इस त्रिभुवन में. आज भक्त पर वीर परी है. Today, your devotee is calling you. A devotee of Ram is calling you, Mahadev. Please come, Mahadev, and approve my Ramayana. And everybody was laughing at Tulsidas. Ha 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 ha. When good men and women are trying to do good things in this life, the world will laugh at them, because you're trying to do good and you can't be as bad as them. Yeah. When you're trying to walk the right path and you're doing the right thing, and everybody else hold their glass in their hand and they're looking at you and they're laughing at you and they're mocking at you. Why? They're mocking at you because you can't be as bad as them. Because you've chosen not to be as wicked as them. Guess what you have to do? Don't put down your book. Don't put down your devotion. Don't leave your Bhagavan. Don't leave your Damaru. Don't leave your Shivaji. Don't leave your Ramji. Don't leave your Hanumanji Chalisa. Continue to walk that path that you're walking. And my friends, you know what will happen in the process? They will come along with you. They will come along with you. But never leave the path that you're walking. I am so disappointed in many of our Hindu brothers and sisters who are ashamed of their religion. They are very ashamed of doing things, of dressing like a Hindu. I want to tell you something, my friends. I'm like this, and I can go to the grocery store like this. Because I don't care about what people say about me and do. I am a Hindu. I will go to work with a chandan on my forehead. I have done that so many times. I will go to work with my raksha on my hand. I only change my raksha, by the way, once every year and a half. I only do that. I will dress anywhere and go anywhere. I went into the Canadian Parliament. You don't know this? You probably know. 5 times in the Parliament of Canada. With Prime Minister. I have pictures with them. And I wore my dhoti and my kurta to say Diwali prayers in Ottawa. And the Parliament of Ontario stood with the Prime Minister, with other priests, dressed with my dhoti and kurta to say prayers as a Hindu, with my tilak, with my slippers. The most comfortable wear ever for me is not a shoes. As a matter of fact, I have nightmares. I'm so happy now that for the rest of the year, I'll probably be working from home because I can wear my slippers in freedom. We have to be very proud of who we are, and don't worry about who is going to tell you nonsense about your dharma, your traditions, right? People are walking with Gita and coming to the temple. They're working, they're dressing nice, and others are trying to derail them because they can't walk their path. Don't worry about that. Shankar Bhagavan is with you. Shivji Bhagavan is with you. Tulsidas Ji wrote this book and everybody was against him and he was by himself. Have you ever wondered what is going to happen? Tulsidas Ji says, Shankar Bhagavan, something is wrong with me. Is something wrong with me that everybody is against me and I am the only one standing on this side? What is wrong with me, Shankar Bhagavan? Tell me. Right? It appears like that sometimes, that you are the only right person and everybody else is wrong. And sometimes you question your own judgment, whether that is right or that is wrong that you're doing. But guess what? When you know that, you are in the path of God, in the path of the divine, and are doing the right thing, my friends, don't let anyone take you off that path. Stick to it. Stick to it. I believe in sticking to your traditions. I believe in being a strong Hindu. I believe in being the best Hindu that you can ever be. Right? I believe in dressing like a Hindu. I believe in living like a Hindu. And I don't care about anyone who comments. I'm always going to be that Hindu. And so, my friends, Tulsidas Ji begged and begged. And you know what happened? When he finished praying in Kashi Vishwanath temple, as he finished his bhajan and his prayer to Shivji, what happened? A big lightning came, my friends. There was a big vibration. Everybody started to wonder, what is this vibration? What is going on? My friends, and it came into the temple and it left afterwards. They knew that was not lightning. They knew it was not just thunder. And when they went in, my friends, you know what they saw? You know what they saw? On the Ramayana that Tulsidas Ji wrote. On the Ramayana that Tulsidas Ji wrote, it was signed. There was a sign now of a Trishul on the Ramayana. There was a sign of the Trishul on the Ramayana. Bhagwan Shivji came and took the most valuable pen in the world, the seal of approval. He took the Trishul and he stamped the Ramayana like this. And when everybody came and they saw, when everyone saw, my friends, the stamp of Bhagwan Shivji on that book called the Ramayana, everyone who was against of Tulsidas Ji, you know what happened with them? Their mouths were shut. Their mouths were closed. They were shunned because, my friends, again, who won here? Who won? The man of God, the man of faith, the man of belief, the man of confidence, the man who had devotion, the man who had this trust in Shivji, not only when he was happy, but when he was challenged. Always when you're challenged by the world, know that no one is stronger than Bhagavan Mahadev. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai ho. And when everybody saw that, my friends, guess what happens? They all approved now of the Ramayana. They all approved of Tulsidas Ji Ramayana. And today, Tulsidas Ji Ramcharitmanas is the most sold book, the most printed book for the Hindus. Vedas, how many of you have seen Vedas? I have Vedas, all 4 of them. I have Upanishads and Puranas and things. It's okay. When we go to India, my friends, 2 suitcases, 1 suitcase and a half, books come back. Right? Because that's my life. If without books, what am I? Books come by suitcases. Right? So I have that stuff. How many people though, how many ordinary men have ever seen the Vedas? Right? Not a lot of us. But how many of us have read the Ramayana already? I'm sure many of you have read the Ramayana already. Right? I'm sure many of you have read the Ramayana already. So Tulsidas Ji, my friends, Tulsidas Ji wrote this beautiful epic called Ramcharitmanas. It's an itihasa because it talks about stories Our scriptures are divided into many things. Veda, Purana, Itihas, Shrutis, and so on. This is called a Itihas. Mahabharat is called a Itihas. It tells a story. And from that day, my friends, all of us began reading the Ramayana, which starts with Bhavani Shankaro Vande Shraddha Vishwasya Rupino. Let me tell you another thing you didn't know, though. The original manuscript of the Ramayana, the original manuscript, I'm getting goosebumps, I'm telling you this. The original manuscript of the Ramayana is still today in India. But it is a highly kept secret. So, when is it that we went? I'm trying to remember. I think 2017. So I took the family for the first time, Sita and the kids and so on, for the first time to India in 2017. And then I took them back in 2019. So when we went to Varanasi in 2017, I have a friend there who, of course, whenever we go, he organizes the things and so on. So he was with us. And I said, Bhaiji, I want to go here. I tell him where I want to go, he carry me. So we went on the boat ride to all the ghats and everything. And then I said, let's go to the home of Tulsidas ji. He says, Panditji, what? I said, let's go to the home of Tulsidas ji. I want to, take my family there. I want to show them something very magical. So he says, no, there is no home of Tulsidas ji here. So there we go now. My kids are there. They think I am an idiot. And my wife, of course, says, well, when are you going to get this over with? So he says, no, there is no home of Tulsidas. I said, yes, there is a home of Tulsidas. And this is a guy who was born and lives in Varanasi. So I said, let's go in the boat. We went and I said, take us to Tulsi Ghat. We went to Tulsi Ghat. And as you walk up Tulsi Ghat on the Ganga, you walk up Tulsi Ghat right up till up at the top in some little streets back there, because I've gone there many times. I took them to the home of Tulsidas, where the man lived, where the man slept, where he ate, where he wrote the Ramayana. He sat right there and wrote the Ramayana. We went there. I'm telling you this, my heart is full. I tell you. And the beautiful home of Tulsidas ji, he has one little mandir there. One little thing is a little hut like this. And inside there's a pujari. He's taking care of, you know what he's taking care of? You know what he's taking care of? There is an original manuscript of the Ramayana. It is not in a museum. It is not in anywhere. It is there. The original transcript of the Ramayana is there that Tulsidas ji wrote. And it is covered nicely and preserved. And my friends, you see it, and you see the writing of Tulsidas ji, his life, and he was a bhakta. He was an author. He was a divine person. And my friends, what happened? We always get the darshan there. My friend now, who of course lives in Varanasi, he said, Panditji, I've lived here all my life, but never found this place called Tulsidas ji's home. In that place as well, Tulsidas ji's home, they give you a nice tour of his bedroom and all this kind. It's nice. And outside there are wrestlers, they're training how to wrestle and things like that. Bhagwan Shankar, my friends, is no ordinary deity. He is an ordinary being. He's not a demigod. He is Bhagwan. He is Bhagwan. And when he gives you that sign of approval, when he gives you that stamp of approval in life with the Trishul, then that, my friends, becomes your marching orders of life. That becomes, of course, your approval. Forget about who think what of you and what thinks who of you. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, my friends. It does not matter. When an elephant is walking in a forest, you think the elephant have time for all the little mosquitoes that will make noise in his ears? No, what he does, you think if the elephant have to stop for every mosquito that comes in its way and attend to it and listen to what the mosquito is singing, you think the elephant will ever get to its way? No. What he does, he takes his big ears and he just brush them aside. He just brush all the flies and all the singing, noisy mosquitoes aside. Get out of my way. I have a pathway to go. my friends. You think when the lion is walking in the forest, he has time for the little mice and the little bugs in his way? His target is very big, bigger than everyone else. And that is why all of us, now I'm going to tell you to become an elephant. Panaji, that's an insulting, you call me elephant? No. I'm not calling you elephant. I'm just telling you to behave like one. Walk freely. Behave freely. Be strong. Be a lion, Shiro. Right? Be a lion. Do not bother about the little mosquitoes of life. Because if you have to bother about everything that is singing in your ears, you will never get what you want in your life. You will never get what you want in your life. And this, my friends, is what Tulsi Das Ji has taught us as a devotee of Ramji and a devotee of Shivji Bhagwan. That we have to carry on with our life, carry on with our path. Who has not made mistakes in this life? Who has not done a wrong? There is a saying that every saint had a past and every sinner has a future. No? Every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. What does that mean? For a person who's a saint, they did not become a saint overnight. They had a past, right? They had a past, which meant that previously they were probably a sinner, they did wrong things, but they refined. They changed life. They changed the course of life. They changed the course of life. And they, of course, became who they want to be, a saint. They became a saint. And the sinner, every sinner has a future, which means every sinner can one day become a saint. Remember this thought. Every saint had a past, and every sinner has a future. Regardless of what you have done, and where you have done, and what you have got, where you have gone, you have a way to change, my friends, and that change happens with you. Trishul, I've spoken, I think, so long without a song. I don't know if you're getting bored, but I like the Trishul. I like the look of it. I like the sound of it when Shivji Bhagwan holds it and makes certain actions, and everything about Shiva I love because he's my life, and he has come he has never let me down. I've told you this. He has never let me down. So today I posted some pictures on Facebook, and because there's a lot of work going on here. These work, of course, that is going on. If it's done by volunteers, it takes a pretty long time. So, the insurance company came and they said that there's the water, the flooding, and we recommended a contractor, and we have to go by those things because if this happens again and it is not done right, this is a mandir, it's not a little home. Right? It's a mandir, and I am accountable to the people. So the insurance sent their people, and there's a lot of work going on here. So I posted some pictures today on Facebook, updating people. I like people to be updated on what's going on. And I started getting texts from my mama Pandiji, I'm so sorry to see what's going on, what a disaster and all this kind of thing. I'm like, people, do you know that, life is like this, where there are going to be rainy days, there are going to be sunny days, and when stuff happens, you don't go down with anything. This is an opportunity, as a matter of fact, for us to do something good. We're getting, in any case, after every 5 years, you have to give a new look to the temple to retain or to renew the energies. So, the insurance covers certain things, obviously, and I'm like, if we have the scissors lift in here now, that has to go up and fix the sprinkler system, and so we might as well take the scissors lift and, paint the temple, because we have to go like, 30-something feet up to paint. It's a very high temple. So I've made the decision just today that, you know what, we're going to paint the whole temple inside. That is obviously not covered by the insurance. That comes out of the temple's pocket, which I have to figure how to make that happen because I don't like to dip into our savings. So I've made that decision. We're going to paint the temple, the whole temple. We're going to give it a beautiful new look. And a new carpet is coming in, tomorrow we're doing the selection. So it's a good thing that come out of every, situation. And that's how I look at things. That there's something good that comes out of everything. So, to all my friends who wrote me and texted me, I'm so concerned, Pandiji, what is going on? I'm like, you know what? We are maintaining the temple so that when you come, you'll have a nice, beautiful, fresh look. And I'm here, guys, because this is where, this is my life, right? I have no financial gains here. I have no, the only thing I have really here is everything, every part of my life invested here. Every part of my life invested here. So I'm here to serve. I'm here to protect our community. I'm here to work with them. And as I'm doing this kata right now, there's about 20 volunteers. You cannot see them. There's about 20 volunteers moving stuff, working. You can't see them because they're out of the view. They're fetching stuff down because tomorrow the carpet at the back has to come out. So they're moving their children there, 9, 10-year-old children working, 8-year-old. There's all kind of people working here right now to move things. And because of that, I dedicate this evening, my friends, to all the volunteers. Because tomorrow the carpet has to come out, so we have to move everything off of the carpet to make sure that the contractors do their job. So my friends, a lot of beautiful things are happening in our temple. I think it's the right time to do it because the temple is not so busy. And I think it's the right thing to do as well. And I thank all of you for your, of course, your encouragement and your well wishes, because without them, we wouldn't be, without your encouragement and your love, I wouldn't be doing this, my friends. Another thing I want to update you with is that, you know, when a temple is built, when we build a temple like this, there is a number of activities we do to maintain the energy in a temple, right? So, although our temple is close to the public, the priests of the temple, myself, two other priests here, we are actually bounded to be here to maintain certain things. Every morning there is a certain activity and session of pujas that has to go on here in this temple. And the environment has to be preserved. There are certain havans we have to do anyways, that's very detailed. But the temple is never left unattended. It is always attended by the priests, and we are fully committed to making that happen. We're working very hard so that when you come on August 3rd for the wedding ceremony, you will have an enjoyable atmosphere, a refined atmosphere. We're working very hard to make it happen. Hopefully it does. And for you to enjoy your presence here at Bhavani Shankar Mandir, my friends. So again and again, thank you. And thank you. Bhagwan Shiva has always blessed us. He will always bless us. And he will always continue to keep us together. I have a very important project that I've come up with thanks to one of the sisters, of course, of our community. One of the sisters who watches this program, Mohani Saudagar. We're working on a project to get you involved into something. And one, you can use this camera to zoom in. Yeah. So I want to show you something now that I think you are going to like, and I think you are going to be extremely excited about. And that is our personalized project. Don't mind the Panditjis walking at the back. They're just doing their job. So, you know, where is it? Yeah. Where's mine? So, you know, masks. Masks is the new way forward. Mask is a new path forward. So all of you have to wear a mask. You must wear a mask internally, and that's not going to go away for a long time, right? I just heard from my workplace today that we're going to be working from home perhaps till January, if we have a job still then. So what happens? We have to wear a mask. So everybody go out and they get a mask. You get a mask to match your kurta. And then you buy mask and it comes in the mail and all this kind of thing. You have brand name mask and thing. I thought it'd be very cool, or as a matter of fact, one of the sisters of our community thought it'd be very cool to have a customized mask. So, here's what we came up with. And I want to introduce you to this. Here's what we came up with. We came up with this, which is here. And Bhuvan, can you zoom in? It looks ordinary, but guess what you see here? This is our logo. There we go. Can you zoom in nicer, Bhuvan? Get it? Here we go. Shraavan, wrong mask. Right mask. How can you get those? I'm going to get it for you. So here's what it is. It is Bhavani Shankar Mandir customized mask with our logo on it. Get it here? With Bhagwan Shiva, instead of getting Adidas here, instead of getting Nike here, instead of getting whatever here, you can get the logo of Bhagwan Shivji right here. So Bhuvan's going to zoom in nicely there and get it. You got it? Good. So there we go. It actually is a very beautiful, simple mask, and of course it's washable. And instead of showing off somebody for some brand name, you don't get paid to wear Adidas and whatever. So we have made this. I want to sell 1,000 of this, and I want to tell you why I want to sell 1,000 of this. It's beautiful. It's my Lord. I'm wearing it. You know, it's my dharma. And the lingam, by the way, there's no name here or anything, but this lingam speaks for itself. So what we're going to do, I'm going to work on an order to print about 1,000, and I want it all sold out. I think it's very beautiful. I think it's very creative, and thank you, our dear sister Mohani, for thinking of us. So we're going to, based on your order though, we will need to get this sorted out. Now why I want to do this, because the temple, we have to repaint the whole thing, and we have to pay for our, our deductible and things like that. The insurance company said, because of water damage, your deductible is $10,000. So we got to find $10,000 from our pocket and pay that. And we have to pay for the painting, which is going to be another many thousand, and so on. So I got to find the money from somewhere, and I'm going to sell masks. I'm going to sell masks to raise the money. So I'm printing 1,000 of this. We will sell it for about $8 retail. And I want you to order your 50, your 100, or how many you need, because you're going to need a lot of this. I'll tell you how you can get one of this at the end of the program, but that's our new project. Masks for sale, Bhavani Shankar masks. We're going to try to get them in different sizes, but we'll figure that out. I'll put it up. I'll put it up on the on Facebook and also on our website, so you can start placing your orders, and they will only be available for pickup at the temple here. So I'm looking to sell 1,000. You can give your friends and family, only $8 per one. So thank you so much, and help me make this happen. Bolyo Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. I'll do a little katha this evening. We talked about Tulsi Das Ji, but I want to give you a little bit of katha of Shivji Bhagwan and his amazing disciple called Atri Muni. Atri Muni. And before I do that, friends, let's engage in a beautiful song to Bhagwan Shivji. There we go. Auntie Leela says she needs 20 right away. Are you shipping to the US? We can, depending on, of course, shipping costs and things, but I think we should be able to. So yeah, we'll be able to take your orders. I'll tell you how you can order your masks and how we can get them to you. 1,000 is a piece of cake for us to sell here. So we will be selling more if you want. We'll put in the order when we get, of course, your requests. Our attempt to pay for our humble home of Bhagwan. Bolyo Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. Kashi Vishwanath Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय. ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। शिव शिव तुम हृदय से बोले, मन मंदिर का पर्दा खोले। शिव शिव तुम हृदय से बोले, मन मंदिर का पर्दा खोले। तेरा अवसर खाली न जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा अवसर खाली न जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। उमापति महादेव की जय हो। मुसाफिरी जब पूरी होगी चलने की मजबूरी होगी। मुसाफिरी जब पूरी होगी चलने की मजबूरी होगी। तेरा पिंजरा प्राण रह जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पिंजरा प्राण रह जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। हर शिव पूजन में मस्त बने जा, भक्ति सुधार सुपार्ण किए जा। शिव पूजन में मस्त किए जा, भक्ति सुधार सुपार्ण किए जा। दर्शन विश्वनाथ के पास मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। दर्शन विश्वनाथ के पाय मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। तेरा पल पल बीता जाए मुख से जप ले नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय, 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 ओम नमः शिवाय। बोले उमापति महादेव की जय हो। काशी विश्वनाथ महाराज की जय। There was one sage, a very powerful, very simple man. Greatness, as you know, resides, or the root of all greatness, resides in simplicity. When one possesses this ability or this, this way to always embrace changes, then what happens? You find that they progress more in life, but the root has to be simple. There was one sage by the name of Atri. Why was his name Atri? His name was Atri because what does Tri mean again in Sanskrit? Tri means three. Atri means one who is above three. What does above three mean? Three are the qualities: Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. Atri Muni was above these three qualities. How is it that you're above these three qualities, my friends? I think you would know what the three qualities. Satogun means the pure quality in you. The pure. Sometimes a person is so pure, they think pure, they do pure, they speak pure. And the second quality is tamas, which means extremely bad. You are like animal. I mean, you react like an animal, you eat like an animal, you behave like an animal. That is the anger qualities in you, right? So you have Satogun, the highest, then you have Tamogun, the lowest, and then you have the middle, which is Rajogun. Rajogun is a bit of the good, a bit of the bad mixed together. So you're not that good, you're not that bad, you're just at the middle. Those three qualities. When one is above those three qualities, they are called Atri. It means you are beyond the three qualities of life. Beyond the three qualities of life. In every single person on this earth today. This is a statement by Swami Vivekananda. He said that every single person on this earth today possesses these three qualities. Every saint, every saintly person, every person who in this life thinks they're a god, they possess Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. Including the Mahaguru, Mahamahaguru, Sri Guru, all of them. They have become anger in public and everything. They are not, my friends, they are not exceptional in any way. They possess some other things, but they are not, of course, excluded from anger. Right? Every person on this earth, they possess Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. You are the sweetest person when sweet things are happening in your life. The ability to change our emotions into something sweet, that is called love. The same emotions, to change it, to channel it into a bitter channel, that is called hate. It is the same emotions that becomes sweet is love, that becomes bitter is hate. All persons on this earth possess these three qualities. But Atri, this sage, he was beyond them. He was beyond these qualities. And in the Shiv Puran, Krishna Bhagavan was asking this question from Janmejay. Krishna Bhagavan, who listens to Shiv Katha, he is listening to Shiv Katha. And he asked Janmejay ji, when one possesses the ability, or when one is above these three qualities, what happens to that person? Right? What happens to that person? And Janmejay narrates this katha. Janmejay says, hey Krishna, this is the katha. Bahuputrom bahupatipam brahma viprabhu anusuya patirdhamana brahma pratipalakaham sunardeshad brahmano hi sastriyam putrakamaya sa trayakunanamanam yaye cha tapase girim. Janmejay said that, listen, that when one person possesses the ability to be beyond the Satogun, Rajogun, and Tamogun, then that person meets Bhagwan. That person meets Bhagwan. Every day I'm telling you this, my friends. Where is God? Where is God? Why has God not come? Where is Bhagwan? Where is Bhagwan? Why has Bhagwan not come? And this is the question. Why am I only seeing my God in the Murti form? Why have I not seen my God in the Dhanush-dhari form as Ram Bhagavan? We are worshipping Shivji for years. 42 years I've been worshipping Mahadev. There hasn't been a time in my life when I don't remember worshipping Mahadev Bhagavan, my friends. How many years are you worshipping Ram Bhagavan, Krishna Bhagavan, Durga Ma, Lakshmi Ma, and all that? Has Ram Bhagavan ever come in front of us with Dhanush-dhari, our own bow? Right? I can't tell you some of the things I saw, but, as Lord Bhagavan manifested himself, has the Lord really come in front of us, Vishnu Bhagavan with Shankha Chakra Gada Padma, and bless you? Why is it that we can't see this God in the form that we want to? Because, my friends, we have not yet gone above these three qualities. And in this lifetime, very difficult. So the question is asked, what happens when we go above? Then the narrator says, Sa eka ishwara kanchit kari mahaprabhu. When we go above it, God comes down in front of us. Atri Muni, he was above the three qualities and he did penance. He did penance to Brahma, Vishnu and Shivji. He did severe penance to Brahma, Vishnu and Shivji. When I say penance, I mean giving up. I mean going through torturing, right? Now all these things are out there in the public. Panditji, well, why me gotta starve for Bhagwan? Only when I starve for the Lord, then the Lord must come for me. Of course. Of course. The answer is yes. Right? Well, Panditji, what happens to the mind if the mind is pure, mind is impure and all that? Well, no. I want to tell you something. When you have to go for certain checkup, certain checkup, checkup, doctor, no? Our Guyanese community, we say checkup. When you have to go for certain checkup, for certain test, right? There is one of them where you have to fast 24 hours before the checkup, right? And if you don't, why you have to do that? Because your stomach has to be empty for them to examine you properly, for them to see the emptiness in you, to see really what you possess. You have to follow those rules. You have to follow those rules, because if you don't follow the rule, the checkup is not productive. You have to starve for 24 hours to go do an examination, right? When you're going for a blood work, what did they tell you? What did they tell you when you're going for a blood work? You cannot eat so many hours before you go for your exam, because your blood has to be clean. Your blood has to be pure. It cannot be mixed with sugar and all these things. We follow those instructions to the T. We follow those instructions to the T. People go crazy. They go hungry because they want to go to the examination and get the proper results. We function, my friends, more when our stomach is empty. Our brain, our body functions more when our stomach is empty. There is a difference between a hungry stomach, and an empty stomach. When you're hungry, it means your blood sugar and so is going up. But an empty stomach doesn't mean that. An empty stomach means, my friend, you are at the peak of your performance in life. Like right now, I'm telling you, I haven't eaten for maybe a couple of weeks. I get up in the morning, whenever I had to get up, very active, nothing is happening, I've not lost anything except some weight, which is a good thing. So, it is important. Penance is important to Shiva. Penance is to Bhagwan Shiva is important. And how you do it, it must be rigorous. But then your body have to support it. Your body have to support it. When you are full, you watch it, you eat a full stomach of food and you go to bed. You'll wake up in the morning a very slow person. If at all you wake up on time. You'll wake up a very slow person. And that is why fasting for the yogis, for the tapasvis, they give up food, they give up those kind of things. They live on an empty stomach, or they eat less food during fasting. So that mentally, physically, you're functioning at your peak, right? You get up in the morning and you're more active. And that's, my friends, the essence. So when you do tapasya, your body creates an amount of energy. Right? And whatever energy has been given by the satsang, by the katha, by the bhajans, by the mantras, you absorb it all. You absorb it all. The body feels great about it. Until then, and then you put back food inside and you're going to go sleep. Right? Atri Muni did penance to Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. Years emptying his stomach, just focusing and breathing and all that kind of. You know what happened, my friends? Not Bhagwan Brahma came alone, not Bhagwan Vishnu came alone, not Bhagwan Shivji came alone. Brahma, Vishnu and Shivji appeared in front of Atri Muni. Bhagwan Vishnu, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh appeared in front of Shivji, of Atri Muni rather. And all of them says, Atri, what can I bless you with? My friends, you know what they blessed Atri with? They blessed Atri with 3 sons. Chandra, Dattatreya and Durvasa. You've heard about 2 of them, all of them. Chandra, Dattatreya and Durvasa. All of them you've heard about. There are stories about them. Durvasa Muni. Oh, Durvasa was a sage, my friend. Durvasa, you know the word Dub or Durva? The grass, Durva, it came from Durvasa. It is a very powerful grass, the dub grass. There's a lot of science behind it when you use it properly. Right? The dub grass. That is named after Durvasa. Durvasa was a short-tempered saint. When you can please Durvasa, you are blessed. He was the son of Atri Muni. Durvasa was one of them. When he was taking a bath in the streams, the stream washed away his clothes. And Draupadi saw the saint and his dignity. He was naked in the water. And Draupadi tear out half of her sari and threw it to Durvasa for him to wrap around him to save his dignity. And Durvasa blessed Draupadi that Draupadi, from now on, you will never be short. Your dignity will always stay intact. Durvasa Muni blessed Draupadi, your dignity will always stay intact. Clothing will become longer when you want it to be. That's why when Dushasan was pulling the Daitya, when he was pulling the Rakshas, he was pulling all Draupadi's sari, Shri Krishna Bhagavan was sending more and piles for her. People sometimes, all of you lovely people who buy clothes for these murtis, the dhoti and the lehengas and so on for these murtis, you will never be short of clothing, my friends. You will never be short of clothing. All of you lovely people who buy clothing for these murtis, who buy flowers for these murtis. I know you've been contacting Asha, you've been contacting me to buy flowers for the murtis. Your lives will never be short of beauty. Your lives will never be short of beauty because you are decorating the home of God, not a funeral home. When I go to a funeral home, it upsets me because, you got to give people flower to make them, but I want to bring all the flower into the temple. The most beautiful roses, the most beautiful flowers are there to decorate a dead person. And I'm not criticizing that. I'm just saying, imagine what I could do with that in a mandir. All of you who have purchased flower for this lingam and who continue to purchase flower for this lingam, may your home never be short of beauty. And may your lives and your words and your thinking be always flowery. Flowery means beautiful. It means sweet. Because you're decorating the home of Bhagwan. Thank you. Thank you so much. To all of you who've purchased a necklace, a galihar for our murtis, and who purchased clothing for the murtis, your dignity and your life will always be intact. Clothing will never be a problem for you. Trust me with these things. I know what I'm telling you. Clothing, dignity, beauty will not be a problem for you. Our Hindu brothers and sisters, we put the very, very expensive clothing on our body. And sometimes we buy the cheapest thing for the goddess. Well, no. Here you always think about her in the best way. And God bless all of you who have always done that, my friends. God bless all of you. What you have given God, my friends, you will receive in multitude in your life. Always remember this. But what you give, my friends, to pleasures of life, you know what I'm talking about. When you spend your money behind senseless pleasures of life, it is just, it's a toxic in you that will never come out. Toxic. That's why I pray and ask that all your homes be always beauty, and you always maintain this beauty in life because of the way you beautify your Lord. To all the people who have cleaned our temple and continue to do so, continue to do so, your home will always be a heaven. To all the volunteers who come every day to cook when our temple used to be open for food, you will never have an empty stomach in your life. Your kitchen will never be short of food. And to all of you who have brought grains and dal and rice and stock up our kitchen for us to cook, we cook hundreds of meals in this temple every year. 52 Sundays we cook, all the Navratris, every service, almost we cook here, my friends. Hundreds of meals we feed to the community. Your kitchen will never go out of food. Your kitchen will never go out of food. Your life will never be short of food. You cannot be giving grains to a temple and suffer from hunger. Never ever that will happen. Never ever that will happen, my friends. And to all of you who have donated to our temple and to any temple, my friends, your bank account will never be short. Trust a poor man when I tell you this. You will never be short of wealth. You will never be short of wealth. And sometimes you listen to some people and oh, look all you Iron Man there, I so well do, I so rich. Well, what do you expect? We're serving God. It would be a problem if we're serving God and it's not working, but we're serving God. And I go to people like, you know what? If you want to be like that as well, hop on board. Hop on board and be like that as well. Yes, Auntie Leela, to all those people who bring forks and plates and cups here and everything. You know what we're doing in the temple, my friends? We're working to buy a commercial dishwasher. The youths of this Monday, they started this year in a project to buy a commercial dishwasher. So we don't have to use plastic spoons and paper spoons and all this kind of thing no more. We want to feed our people when they come here with dignity. And they have raised, I think, $6,000 so far, and they have their money. But the temple closed because of COVID and so on. But by the end of the year, I'm very confident that our youth group, they will buy their dishwasher, a commercial dishwasher with wear plate. So when you come, you can eat it wear plate. Everybody, when you eat, you can go katangs, katangs. You know what I'm saying? You can go like that, like a restaurant. Eat with dignity instead of paper plate and cup and so on. We're doing that by the end of this year. The youth are going to do that for this temple. When we are serving God, we have to work with dignity. We have to dress with dignity. We have to give with dignity. We have to live with dignity. We have to eat with dignity. We have to do everything with dignity, my friends, because it is Lord's home. It is the Lord's home. And so, that's why I'm so proud of all of you in the way you have always kept us. Where were we? Durvasa, no? Durvasa was one day bathing, my friends, this son of Atri Muni who was given by Shivji Bhagwan. He was bathing and his clothes washed away. Draupadi Rani tore her clothing, half of her sari, and gave it to Durvasa. Save your pride, save your dignity, O saint. Save your dignity. We in North America, we're not short of clothing, man. Right? People have shoes in their closet and they don't know how many shoes they have. People, many of you have shorts and pants and clothing. You have so much that you don't know how much you have. Give some away. Give some away. You know, you don't have so much and then, you have one back. How many shorts can we wear, right, on one back? How many pants can we wear with two legs, right? Think of people who don't have and give it to them. Draupadi ji tore half of her sari, give it to Durvasa. Cover yourself. And the saint bless her that your clothing will multiply. Your clothing will multiply. You are my friends, and these are stories, kathas written in our scriptures to encourage us, to motivate us to do more for communities, for dharma, for people. Because when we do these things for our people, my friends, yes, they are helped. Yes, they live a more a prestigious life or a life with dignity. But we also get a certain amount of blessings and satisfaction that we are doing, my friends, what is right for us. And that is why I'm extremely proud of all of you, of the way you behave and the way you carry yourselves. So, my friends, Atri Muni, so much penance he did, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh gave him 3 sons. And those 3 sons, Durvasa Muni, he was a very short-tempered. He was blessed by Draupadi. Durvasa Muni, my friends, when you can please Durvasa, you can please God. Then we have, of course, Datreya and of course, Chandra as well. The point here tonight, as we conclude the satsang, my friends, is to tell you, your penance does not ever go unnoticed. Your penance never go unnoticed. Your donations never go unnoticed. Your dan never go unnoticed. Your pratana never go unnoticed. All the good things, my friends. As a matter of fact, no action goes unnoticed. If you are hungry one day, I have to tell you another story now. You want to hear a story, everybody? I'm going to tell you a story. Because these things, they don't happen by accident. They are meant to happen, right? I'm not going to sing a lot this evening because I have so much stories to tell you. I had a very long day, by the way. I am lightheaded, very, very lightheaded, because I was here since 5 o'clock this morning at the temple. I have to do my thing here, so I was here 5, and I was all day with the contractors, doing work. The Panditjis were here as well. I was here. We went to select paint color, and we're going to do that tonight and stuff like that. So very long day. So this is my way of relaxing with you, right? Over 300 of you are on Facebook and 60-something on YouTube. So I have your company, right? I'm talking with people. I have your company. So I'm going to tell you stories. Things don't happen. Things don't happen, my friends, because of accidents. When you feel a little hungry or you can't find food sometimes, you must trace back. You must trace back why is this. Trace that day. If you ever miss a lunch one day, or you've missed dinner because of something, trace back that day, what has happened that day, or if it's a certain day, right? Oh, deep aside, you're probably like my story, Oh, yeah, I'm going to talk story. I'm going to talk more story. Okay. So I'll tell you a nice story. And this is not the book story. Yeah, Sabi thinks I'm funny. This is not book story. This is my story. Because I believe that whatever happens, it's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. The universe is putting it together for you. So I pray to Shivji. I think that is no secret, and Ma Durga, because they don't go single-handedly. And they've been in my life since childhood. So there is a place in India called Rameshwaram. Rameshwaram is one of the Jyotirlingams. That is the lingam that Ram Bhagwan built and so on. I think you know what Rameshwaram is. Every time I have gone to Rameshwaram, because when I go there, when we go, so we land, we drive, and we go from Madurai. We drive from Madurai to there. It's about a 6.5-hour drive. So every time I trace it, that I go to Rameshwaram, and I spend a night there, and the next morning we go to Rameshwaram. Every time I've gone to Rameshwaram, for 24 hours, I don't eat anything. 24 hours. The kids are here tonight. Sita is here. They'll tell you. Now, this is not a coincidence. It's not like willing. You know me. Me and my food, we're inseparable. Bhojan and Bhajan and Parhardat, we're inseparable. But every time I go to Rameshwar, something happens that I don't eat for 24 hours. Not by choice. It just happens that I don't eat for 24 hours. The last time when we took Sita them there in 2017, it was a last-minute trip. So we were going in December, and we planned the India trip, I don't know, mid-November. So all the hotels were packed, and we were going to Rameshwar on Christmas Day. There were no hotels available. There was this one hotel available, and it was like a really rundown, like, 1-star hotel. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go. So we booked the hotel and whatever, we went. And it so happened. And when we went to Rameshwar, it was Christmas Eve, right? It was Christmas Eve, and oh my. We landed there, and all we had, all of us, was our bottled water for 24 hours. There was no dinner. We couldn't have dinner. As a matter of fact, I came out that night of the hotel, and I'm driving to the usual hotels I used to stay, and I'm finding out, do you have rooms? Do you have rooms? I'll pay whatever you want. Let's come. Nobody, Christmas Eve. Fully booked. So we ended up at this hotel where we couldn't eat, and I was certainly not going to eat there. And it was just crazy mad. Next morning, we went to Darshan, and till after Darshan, till we completed 24 hours, me, Sita, and the kids, we had bhojan. We had bhojan. 24 hours we didn't eat. As soon as we left Rameshwaram, we had bhojan. Now, before that as well, there's other stories when I went to Rameshwaram. You couldn't eat because of situations that happened there. It is not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence, my friends. You look at this. Anytime you've missed a meal or anytime you've missed something pleasurable, you go back and check. What is happening? Is it an auspicious day? Is it Ekadashi? Is it Purnima? Is Bhagwan reminding you of something? You know, when you miss something, is it Bhagwan reminding you of something? You trace it back and you will see, my friends, you will see so much. You will see so much truth in what I'm telling you. Therefore, do some tapasya in this month of Shraavan. Be close to Bhagwan, my friends. And we do not look for material rewards, but they come in our lives. They come in our lives. And I want to thank you all for, your encouragement and your love, and more so for doing sadhana. I received so many phone calls and texts from our community that you're doing sadhana, that you're doing some form of spiritual practice. You're doing some form of things that will elevate you. Even people who are eating, they're eating less, right? They're eating vegetarian food, but they're eating less. You can have 1 or 2 meals a day, like, one early and 1 midday, and then for the rest of the day you can eat fruits. You can have 1 meal and then have boiled foods for the rest of the day. This is giving up something in the name of Shivaji, my friends. So do something. It is good for you. It is good for your spiritual lives. And it is great, my friends, for your, of course, your future. Bhagwan bless all of you, my friends, and we'll do one bhajan. And after we do one bhajan, I'll tell you, of course, about our project that's going on here a little bit and how you can be part of the process. Bole Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. Shiv Shankar Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Namah Shivaya. Dam 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 rubaje. This bhajan is dedicated to all our volunteers of Bhavani Shankar Mandir who have magical hands. And this evening is dedicated to all our volunteers, my friends, every single one of you who have made magic happen in our temple. Dam 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 rubaje. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Dam 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 rubaje. Jai ho. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Jai Shankar Kailashpati. Dam 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 rubaje. हो भवतारक है नाम तिहारा, दीन अनाथों का रखवाला, पूरन ब्रह्मानंद प्रकाशी, अखिलेश्वर भक्तन सुख राशि, जय शंकर कैलाशपति, जय शंकर कैलाशपति। दम 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 रूपा जय। हो जय जयकार करे नर नारी, दया करो भोला भंडारी, भोल बंधरी भोल बंधरी भोल बंधरी नमः शिवाय, पूरन ब्रह्मानंद प्रकाशी, योगेश्वर मम हृदय निवासी, जय शंकर कैलाशपति, जय शंकर कैलाशपति। दम 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 रूपा जय, जय शंकर कैलाशपति, जय शंकर कैलाशपति, जय शंकर कैलाशपति। बोले महापति महादेव की जय। Thank you for always being part of our program, my friends, and for everything that you do for Bhavani Shankar Mandir. I'm going to be talking to our sister who made these masks, and tomorrow I'll come back and tell you, my friends, how many we have and everything. I want to sell 1,000 because we need the money. Times are down in the temple with attendance and so on, so we can certainly use the money. So I'm going to get the sizes and thing ready, and then we'll get your orders in to get your mask. If we sell 1,000 masks at $8 each, there's a cost for printing it and so on. We'll try to reduce that. So we want to make some money off of this. I have to come up with about $20,000 really to pay because of the damages here with our insurance and with the painting and so. So I'll figure that out. But God bless all of you. Think of us while you pray and while you live life. We appreciate your love and support. I'm so looking forward to being here every night with you. I'm looking forward for our big wedding day, which is on August 3rd. I'm looking forward to starting Bhagavad Katha on August 4th. And I'm looking forward to celebrating 7 nights of Bhagavad Katha at Bhavani Shankar Mandir. 7 nights of Bhagavad Katha. I'm looking forward for Janmashtami on August 11, where we'll decorate this beautiful altar like a royal palace. I'm looking forward to continuing Shanti Satsangh and to celebrate 150 nights on August 20th. I'm looking forward for so many nights with you. May our friendship last forever, and may our love for each other grow every day. Bhagwan's blessings always. God bless all of you, my friends. Stay positive, stay strong, and stay together at all times. Bole Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. Now, I'll let you know when the masks will be ready. This young lady works very fast, so we'll let you know when that is ready. There's so much inquiry here. I cannot read all the comments, my friends, so you can text me for any orders you want to place or so, and any inquiries, and we will definitely be, of course, sending these off to you. Bhagwan's blessings always. We'll do Aarti now in the mandir, that is. Yani kani chapapani janamantar kritani cha tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshanam pade pade.
Om Jai Shiva Omkara Swami Hare Shiva Omkara Jai Shiva Omkara Swami Hare Shiva Omkara Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Ardhangi Dhara Om Jai Shiva Omkara Om Hare 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 Mahadev Ekanan Chaturanan Panchanan Raje Swami Panchanan Raje Hansasan Garurasan Hansasan Garurasan Vrishvahan Saj Om Jai Shiva Omkara Om Hare 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 Mahadev Do bhuj char chatur bhuj das bhuj te sohe Swami das bhuj te sohe Tino roop nirakta Tino roop nirakta Vibhuvan jan mohe Om Jai Shiva Omkara Om Hare 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 Mahadev Akshmala Vanmala Rundmala Dhari Swami Rundmala Dhari Chandan Mrig Mad Sohe Chandan Mrig Mad Sohe Bhale Shashi Dhari
बाघंबर अंगे हो स्वामी बाघंबर अंगे
सनकादिक ब्रह्मादिक सनकादिक ब्रह्मादिक
भूतादिक संगे ओम जय शिव ओंकारा ओम हर 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 महादेव ओम हर 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 महादेव कर्पूर गौरम करुणावतारम संसार सारम भुजगेन्द्रहारम सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की जय, नवग्रह देवता की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की, सियाभज रामचंद्र की जय, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय, श्री गंगा मैया की जय, श्री सत्यनारायण भगवान की जय, सूर्य नारायण भगवान की जय, सरस्वती माता की जय, महालक्ष्मी माता की जय, जयकारा शेरवालीला बोल साचे दरबार की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सबकोई जय जय सीताराम। God bless all of you, my friends. Jai Sitaram to all of you. And I haven't done this for a while, but I would like to say Sitaram to all of you because your love, really, I am so overwhelmed with your love. And that's a good thing, my friends. And I'll keep loving you. You keep loving me. And we will always, of course, be here together in this beautiful journey. I'm looking forward to spending the rest of many nights with you. Each night to really keep you with us and to make sure we go through this journey together. Let's see who we have to say Sitaram to here. Let's start off with, it's going, so I'll start off with Vidya Basiram, Jai Sitaram, Dolly Revat, Jasmine Sri Krisun, thank you very much for your good words. Tina Prasad, Kavita Bipta, Lynette Dharmraj, Shanti Lachman, Ramika Chanan, Didi Zuzu, Eileen Basdeo, Nilvanti Basant, Chandravati Sukram, Hemant Antidana, Sabita Singh, Dalip Singh, Tarawal, Rita C. Charan, Gomati Narayan, Shiva Gosai from Montreal, Jeho, Lizzie Sarju, Patsi Mahadev, Sister Camila, Indra Rajkumar, thank you for the kind words. And Bhagwan's blessings on all of you. Didi Chandra, Deo, Ramjeevan. Geeta Balram, thank you very much. Minto Sharma, Didi Minto, Buddy, and Dada from New Jersey. Kavita Bipta, Vidya Devanandan, Kavita Sukhbir, Drupati Sicharan, Jai Sitaram to you as well, Niranjan Gopal. Jai Shri Krishna everyone. Om Namah Shivaya, Sharda Goraya Bisnot, Jean Dularchan, Sati Singh, Sovika Prasad, Indra Rajkumar, Roma Balgobin Charan, Babita Budwa, Didi Shanti from Guyana, Sandra Jagdev, Vidyan Ganesh, and Gauri, Lily Ram, Pearl Apaya Sevak, Lisa and my cousin Karan from Markham, Ishidev Karan, Sabo Ram Narayan, Sati Samwaru. Thank you all. My dear Pua is watching as well. Sitaram Auntie. Savi Sitaram, Suraj Dev, Parashram, Tarmati Narayan, Chandra Kathanan, Shobha Mathura, Auntie Data from Florida, Lena Sa, Geeta Ramprata from Florida, Stella Singh, Suraj Dev, Parashram. God bless all of you. We'll see all of you tomorrow evening promptly, 7 p.m. And my friends, God bless all of you. You're always in my prayers, and we meet again tomorrow. Have a beautiful evening. And the temple, as you know, we have put on Facebook, it's closed because of the repairs, and we don't want any risk to people. So Monday evening, we'll be back open for Shraavan Somwar on Monday evening, which we're hoping to see all of you here present as well. God bless all of you. Have a beautiful evening. Hara Hara Mahadev Shambho.